Hello, welcome, Pele Yogis, and maybe some people who are joining us for the first time. My name is Danielle Rinaldo, and I am the founder here at Pele Yoga and Dance here in Rochester. And I'm reaching out to offer some online resources for our wellness as we are honoring the need for social distancing at this time. So today's practice is going to focus on grounding and allowing us to connect to our breath and the present moment. Our mantra here, or what we use at Pele Yoga, which we are inspired by the Hawaiian goddess Pele, the goddess of fire and transformation and creativity. We use this mantra of creative empowered movement, or we use this modality of creative empowered movement to find our way to acceptance and really riding these waves of uncertainty and knowing that we'll come out the other side stronger and more connected due to our resiliency. So enjoy this practice. If you feel so called, we would appreciate your donations to help Pele Yoga weather this unexpected closing, and so we can be here with you after this passes. I think those are all the details I would love to share at this moment, and then I will invite you to join me in practice. So finding your way to a mat, maybe you invite your dogs and cats into the other room so that you have some space, and we'll practice together. So finding your way to child's pose. So knees wide, sitting your hips back to your heels, and then letting your forehead rest down. And we'll be here for a few moments in quiet. And the invitation is to let your forehead rest on the ground. Cool. Start to presence yourself into your body by feeling into your breath. You're welcome to look up at the video for suggested or visual cues to where we are, but I'll try to also offer clear audio or audible cues so that you can really stay connected to your practice as well. So here in child's pose, a few breaths to ground. Letting yourself be here in the present moment. And noticing the cleansing quality of your breath. Making your way up to your hands and knees, spreading your fingers, feeling your knees travel underneath your hip points. The invitation is to let your right foot slide back. Spreading the toes and feeling the back of the leg lengthen. And then moving your way forward a little bit into your hands and picking your back leg up. Right, a little balance, a little stability, feeling the ground underneath you. Maybe you close your eyes or set your eyes at the top of your mat so there's a grounding in the way that you are placing your vision. Right? Choosing what you're taking in and choosing what you're focusing on. From here, a little heat, bringing your right knee towards your right tricep. On an exhale, if you can. Sending the leg back as you inhale. And the knee towards your left tricep, if you can. Just towards it. Squeezing underneath. Send the leg back as you breathe in. round the spine into cat pose, pushing the earth away. Letting your neck drip. And then belly drops and your heart lifts. On the inhale, and then sending your hips back to child's pose to rebound on the exhale. Letting the wrists release, maybe palms face up. And allowing your forehead to rest back down on the ground. A deep breath here, feeling the inhale really expand your body. And that settling that can happen on the exhale. Then finding your way back up to hands and knees. Scooting the knees in. And then stabilizing as you send the left leg back, your other leg back. Maybe leaning into your toes at first. And just getting situated or feeling into your spine and hands and arms. And then the weight rocks forward just a little bit so the back leg lifts up. So maintaining the shoulders directly over the wrists. And then hugging your belly in for stability. Taking a full breath in and then exhaling to bring your left knee to your left tricep. Right? Also increasing the range of motion in your hip. Inhale to lengthen. Exhaling to draw your knee towards your right tricep. You're going to move with your breath. Inhale, send the leg back. Good. Put both knees down, round through the spine, cat pose. Exhale. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. This time we're going to head to downward facing dog on the exhale. Tuck your toes under and send your hips up and back. Give it a moment for your body to feel into this. Try to continue to breathe deeply so your body responds to that and starts to really open up. Right? We're hanging out all day or feeling the tightness of the body. As we breathe, it invites that tension to release. And that doesn't mean we're not using energy or activity in the body, but it's not so tense. Right? Just like in life, we're trying to find, or just like in this time, trying to find the right amount of action and the right amount of surrender. Good breathing. And then feeling your feet walk on the ground until you come to a ragdoll at the top of your mat. That just means your feet come to your hands. The feet are separated, hip width distance, and then you're like a ragdoll folding over the legs. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows. And then again, that deep breathing here into the low back. And you're really stabilizing through the legs. Maybe a little bend in the knees for stability, and then feeling that release through the neck. Once you have a really nice exhale that you sink into, start the ascent to standing, so letting your knees bend, feeling the tail scoop under a little bit, and then let the head and arms hang. As you take a few breaths to roll all the way up to stand. So we're coming to rise mindfully, the legs holding you as the upper body unwinds. Arms down by your side. Right, standing tall. Feeling open in the chest, grounded in the legs. And an option here to bring your hands to heart center. Plugging the thumbs into the chest. Spreading your toes, feeling your feet on the ground. Eyes can be open or they can be closed so you can track that sensation a little bit more internally. And again, feel your breath. Reaching both arms up to the ceiling as you're ready. On an inhale if you can. And then grab your right wrist and lean over to the left. I'll mirror you so you'll look like me. And just a few breaths here, opening up your side body. Again, this balance of rooting through the feet and the strong legs, and then this like suppleness in the upper body to create some space. And just being here, breathing and feeling. No rush. Right, and as you're ready, you'll lift back up through center and take an inhale. And then grabbing onto the other wrist and leaning the other way. Stabilizing through your core. So you're not kind of winging your chest out, but instead feeling a scoop in the low belly. Slightly. And then breathing into your ribs. Good, as you're ready, coming back through center, taking that inhale, restabilizing and lifting up. And then exhale, folding all the way forward, let your arms fly wide if there's enough room for you, and then folding all the way down, grabbing the backs of your legs, and letting your head drop. We'll be here for a few breaths. This first time, feeling the shoulders move away from your ears, feeling your head drop. Right where you are, keep breathing. We'll play with halfway lift, so bringing your hands to your shins, the front of your legs, drawing the heart forward, take an inhale. Then we're going to step the left foot back on the exhale. Fingertips might touch the ground. Feel your back toes hit the ground, right? And then bringing your chest up. Arms might stay down by your side at first, just to find your rooting. And then traveling the arms forward and up to find this rising. Here we are, taking a full breath in there. Feeling the shoulders melt on that exhale. Good, taking your hands to your heart center as you breathe in. And then we're going to exhale, plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. And we're going to look forward, breathe in. Exhale and walk your feet all the way to your hands. However many steps you need. Maybe one, maybe many. Stay hanging forward and then halfway lift. Inhale to lengthen. And forward fold on your exhale. Standing all the way up. Breathing in and reaching. Maybe looking up. And then that central point, bringing your hands back to heart center. It'll be crazy, but it'll be fun. Move your way back into your right foot. Same foot we were on before. Lift your left leg up. Ooh, find that balance. The strength that we're building in the lower body, that grounding, that support of our base, and to find a little fluidity in the upper body. So, shoulders softening. Hands can stay at heart center. Then we're going to wing that left leg back, arms down by your side. It's airplane pose. No real airplanes right now, but we've got this shape. Right, now we're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep reaching that leg back. Bend your front knee. We're going to go to reverse warrior. That means your right foot's going all the way back. Then your left leg goes back, and then your right arm reaches up. The hips are now facing the sidewalk. Easing into it, you might even wiggle your hips a little bit so that you get some fluidity moving in the joints, and then you find more space that you can move into, so bending into that front knee, scooping through the low belly, and then it's that side stretch, just like we did when we were standing. Another side stretch on an exhale, bring your right forearm to your right thigh, and pick your left arm up towards the ceiling. Pressing through your back foot, and maybe that top arm reaches up over your head. Scooping or sending the shoulder blade down the back. Yeah, that heat or opening of the hips. first that. So keep the legs where they are. You're going to reach your front arm all the way forward and up. And you're going to plant your hands, step back, high push-up. Really bend into that front knee, spin the back heel up, and then send the right leg back. You'll stay here. For the breath in, drop your knees and then lower all the way back. Cobra, pointing your feet. Lift your heart. Let's stay here a few breaths this first time. You might rock up and down with your inhale and exhale. Finding one more breath and open through the chest. Down dog, push through the hands, lift up and back. Maybe let a sigh out of the mouth to release that side. Good, deep breaths to notice the difference between the right and the left leg. Most likely something shifted, and you can just, in that noticing, trust that things are happening. Right? That the breathing and the moving are creating some space. Right? That will carry you through as we continue to explore. Right? So as you're ready, let's look forward, breathe in. Exhale and then walk your feet all the way to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. And then forward fold on the exhale. Stand all the way up. Inhale, reach. And bring your hands to your heart center. Pausing here. Right? Just reorienting yourself to standing for a moment. Ease in the neck and the shoulders. And feeling both feet on the ground. Maybe again that difference between the right and the left side as we've woken one up. If you're ready, you'll reach back up. Inhale and stretch. Exhale, forward fold. You'll take that halfway lift, that long spine. And then we're stepping the right foot back. Maybe fingertips plant. Feel the right toes press. And then lift from your core all the way up. Maybe arms again down by your side or at your hips. Set your eyes to one point. You can look at me for fun. But then really tuning into your own sensation, setting your eyes and trusting yourself to feel into it. Okay, reaching the arms up as you're ready. Feeling again that strength of the lower body. And a lift on the inhale. And the shoulders settling on the exhale. Bringing your hands to your heart center as you breathe in. And then plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Take a look forward, inhale. Empty your lungs and then bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Breathe in to lengthen. Forward fold, squeeze all the air out. Stay with me, reach up, breathe in. And hands to your heart center as you breathe out. You got it. And then your left leg is going to root into the ground and your right leg will pick up. Give it a moment so you feel again the muscles contracting on the bottom leg. Both. And then starting to experiment with flying, sending the right heel back. Feeling that hamstring alive, just like we were on hands and knees. Yeah, press into the bottom foot. Reach the fingertips back, reach your heart forward. And then bending into the left knee so you can stretch the right toes back. Yeah, and it's okay if you wibble wobble a little bit until you find the ground. And then find your breath. Reaching out. to open into reverse warrior. So the back heel goes flat. Yeah, bending into your left knee. And like I suggested before, exploring a little bit, letting it be a little creative. Feel empowered in the way that you are taking care of your body. Right? And finding a shape that you can feel the opening in the hips and the opening in the side body, and then trying that side angle. Right? So you get a different angle from me this time, feeling that front knee open, feeling the top shoulder roll back. And then that long line of energy from the back foot all the way through the fingertips. And deep breathing. You can feel your ribs expand and contract. Then reverse your warrior on an inhale. That front arm reaches all the way back up. And then plant your hands, step back. High push-up on the exhale. Hold. Take a breath in once you get here, and then you're going to rock forward and lower. Maybe you drop the knees, maybe you don't. Hit the whole ground at once with your whole body if it works. Point your feet, inhale, lift your heart. And then head back, downward facing dog or child's pose. You choose. It can be a combination. What's going to ground you right now? A little bit more softening towards the earth, or a little bit more invigoration and stimulation that keeps you engaged. Right, little movements can be helpful, either rocking the head side to side or the hips side to side. It's a message to our nervous system to chill out. And letting yourself be here in a little bit of quiet or in a little bit of stillness to feel your breath. Let it work. As you're ready, coming up to hands and knees. Just a little interim before we move back into some more lunging or balancing poses. But letting your right arm thread underneath your left armpit. So coming in to thread the needle. So you'll be on the outer part of your arm, feeling the back side of your heart. Start to stretch a little bit. Right, this is a place where you hold a lot of tension, the shoulders up by the ears, and so there's an invitation here to melt into the ground. Maybe even make a little noise in your exhale so that you can use that to invite in some softening. And as you're ready, switching sides. Continuing to follow your breath. That inhale of expanding and the exhale to ground and release. Good. As you're ready, coming back up to hands and knees, and we'll meet again in downward facing dog. Continuing to build a little bit of heat. Deep breaths here. And then the invitation is to bring your right leg up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Right knee to your right tricep, just like you did in the beginning. Exhale, but now we're in high push-up. Woo. Send the leg back and up as you inhale. Knee to your other tricep as you exhale. Stay grounded in the hands and in your breath. Send the leg back and up. Knee to your nose and then step all the way forward. Coming back to that crescent lunge, reaching both arms up. Flow with it, open up, warrior two. This time release your hands at your low back. Keep your chest facing the side wall, open. We're staying here. Right, so opening and grounding. Right, feeling the shoulder blades squeeze together. Feeling that front knee still opening towards the pinky toe, the feet on the ground. And your breath circulating. Right, let the arms wing back out either side. And then reach both arms up, straightening the front leg. Getting really, really tall. And then reach both arms wide, and you're going to reach forward and find triangle pose. So right fingertips reach towards whatever front of the mat you have. The right hand can come down onto your shin. Maybe you have a water bottle handy is another way to have support. Maybe if you don't have a block. The other arm can reach up, or sometimes really nice in a sense of staying more connected internally, more connected to your own center, taking the top hand to your hip. You can look down towards your feet or front foot. You can look to the side. You can stay here. If it feels exciting to you to bring in a little bit more core work, maybe both hands reach towards the front of the room. Maybe you bend into that knee and it comes into a little bit more beside it. Wherever you are, you're going to reach forward with that top arm, and then everyone find high shut. Rock forward and lower down. Taking a back bend, inhale to lift your heart. Good work. Exhale, press through the hands and send your hips back. Take a big breath in. And a grounding breath out. Other side, send the left leg high, breathe in. Knee to your left tricep, exhale. Stay with me, send the leg back and up, press through the hands. Knee to your other tricep, exhale, go close. Send the leg back and up. Draw the knee towards your nose and then step forward. Crescent lunge, reaching both arms up towards the ceiling. We're going right to warrior two. On your exhale. Notice I'm keeping my legs as they are. Maybe they move a little bit more in alignment with one another. And then hands interlace at the low back, maybe the other grip. And then just opening your chest. Almost like there's a string you're pulling from your front knee towards your back shoulder. Right, without forcing. Letting the shoulders open and the breath circulate. And letting both arms wing out to the side, and then you're scooping them up as you straighten your front leg. Maybe look up for a moment, and then reaching your arms wide, reaching your fingertips forward into triangle pose. Right, and the higher your arm is on your leg, I feel like the more opportunity to send the hips back and the heart forward. Breathing here in a variation. That's strengthening and stabilizing, not overwhelming. We're staying grounded in the intensity. Right? Maybe you bend into that front knee. And in any case, you're reaching both arms forward, and then you'll plant your hands and take this vinyasa flow. Let's Second hand, step back and lower. Inhale, lift your heart. And downward facing dog on the exhale. Good, guys. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Good. Walk your feet all the way forward to the top of your mat. Dropping your head, then rolling all the way up to stand. Again, feeling your feet root as you rise up. Good. Stay where you are. Feel your feet. Maybe hands come to heart center like we did at the start of practice. And feel what's shifted. Eyes can be closed or open. Feel your legs hold you. Feel your heartbeat. And feel your breath circulate. And let both hands come to your hips. Opening your eyes, because it'll make for an easier balance. Setting your eyes to one point, and then move your weight over into your right foot, just like we did at the start of class. We're going to lift the back leg, or the left leg up. This time we'll take it in a tree pose. So the foot's going to come to the inner calf or the inner thigh, pressing the palms to heart center. Right. Continuing to challenge our balance without overwhelming ourselves. So it may also look like letting your foot come down to the ground and feeling your toes on the earth. And that may work. That might give you a sense of ease, and maybe that's the best thing to do for today. So not judging it, but being in exploration. So you feel complete with that, letting the knee come back out in front of you, a little bit of an added little peak of a challenge. And then planting both feet on the ground and feeling your knees bend, letting it go. And then move your weight into your left foot. Your right foot's going to pick up. And find a tree pose on the other side. Setting your eyes. Finding that grounding presence among whatever is happening for you. Right, and knowing that as we continue to take care of ourselves, we really are better equipped, better centered. Right, to interact with others and make conscious choices. So practicing finding that here, right, in your eyes, in your balance, and in your choice making. Good, as you're ready, letting that knee travel out in front of you, and then both feet meet the ground. Good, both arms reach back up towards the ceiling. Take a moment. Feeling the feet on the ground, feeling your heart rise, feeling everything lift. And then let's roll down this time, so chin to your chest. Sometimes it's nice to bring the hands, the back of the hands, to the very low part of your spine, the sacrum. And then feeling your spine curl in towards yourself, bending the knees, maybe letting the arms drip down the backs of the legs so you feel that connection of rooting into the earth. And breath. Right, and then continuing to curl into yourself, coming into a small, small ball until you find your way onto your booty onto your butt, and then lifting the legs, coming into boat pose just for a breath or two. Feet might even stay on the ground. Hands can come to heart center. We're just firing up the core a little bit to continue to connect into center. Right, but without the sense of overwhelm. So really picking a variation that allows you to play with opening your heart, play with stabilizing in your center, and staying connected to your breath. Shaking's okay, as long as you're breathing with it, right? And then lifting yourself up, we're going to extend the legs out, and then folding forward. Doesn't matter where you land. And the invitation here is to actually curl through the spine. So again, we have this opportunity to stabilize and open, and then relax and curl in. Right, and a few breaths to feel that. Shoulders melting, head drops. Breathing into your low back. Once you're ready, you're going to keep that curl in the spine and just round all the way down onto your back. So curling, reaching, stabilizing, and then settling the body down. I'm going to sigh out to feel your body on the earth. Walking the feet in close to you, almost like your fingertips can graze the back of your heels, although it doesn't matter if they do or not. Right, in the spirit of opening, closing, let's open again into bridge pose. So planting the feet, scooching the shoulder blades down your back, and then pressing, grounding through your feet, pressing down and forward to open through the chest. Palms can face down or up, or sometimes pressing the backs of the arms into the mat allows for the chest to open a little bit more. Big breath, filling and opening and exhaling to contract and stabilize. As you're ready, you'll pick your hips up maybe a centimeter more, filling and inhaling, and then exhaling to roll down one vertebrae at a time. And then letting the spine really return to neutral, letting the pelvis tip forward a little. Hugging your knees into your chest. As you're ready, rocking side to side to give yourself a little release. Maybe the wrist roll. We'll choose your own adventure. Maybe the knees wobble like one at a time, just to move and circulate things in the hips. And we'll continue a little hip adventure, letting the right foot cross over your left knee. Right hand moves in between that hole that's made in your legs and maybe grabbing onto the back of your left thigh. If that doesn't work, just keep the foot on the ground. In any case, you're just letting the knee open up, and if you're drawing the left knee in, you'll feel more stretch on the outer right hip. In the practice here, feeling your back body supported by the earth, so the shoulders roll back. In this gentle relationship with your breath that allows for intensity and an exploration of some ease. Still here, maybe softening through the eyebrows or the jaw. Noticing what that does for your hips and the other part of your body. Noticing how it's all connected. And so as we navigate, we can notice how one part really affects the other, not only in the microcosm of our body, but then the macrocosm of our communities. Feeling good about carving out this time. Go ahead and release that side and then try the adventure on the other side. The left foot crosses over the right knee or thigh, and then playing with this figure four stretch or half pigeon on the back stretch. Which also helps with, we created stability in the legs, and now we're creating a little bit of space so that there continues to be some fluidity in the way that we move in our bodies and in our actions, and our choices, adapting. Sending the breath all the way to your hips. Noticing. Taking a moment, taking a few breaths to let that side release. Maybe the leg drifts up, or both knees come into your chest. And again, that rock side to side, feeling that like rinse away. Right, so some intensity, some engagement, and then letting it go. Letting both knees fall off to the left. Maybe you scoot your hips a little bit to the right, coming into a spinal twist, a final rinse. Might feel yummy to rock the head side to side in that soothing message to your nervous system. Wind down. Right, still aware, but not quite on super high alert. Feeling your belly expand and soften. Bringing the knees back through center, then letting the hips scoot off to the other side and letting the knees fall away. And maybe the right hand on the belly as an anchor to the breath. Tracing the breath then the invitation is to let yourself rewind, unwind, and find your way into a final rest. That can be laying on your back, arms down by your side, or hands on your belly. Right? Or it might also feel really nice to come to a seat and finish in a seated meditation. Either way, this is a way to conclude class in this relaxed but aware state. Where we're pausing, noticing, breathing, allowing ourselves to connect to the ground, either the whole backside body or your sit bones. If your mind's already pulling you away to what's next, see if you can invite it to stay here. Just for a few more moments. Directing your focus. And giving yourself that time to reset. Good. If you're laying on your back, maybe rocking your head side to side or deepening your breath. Rolling to one side and then everyone meeting in a seat, virtually together. You can imagine other yogis practicing with you, not just you and me together, but other people who are committed. So carving out this time to ground, to pause, to breathe, to self-care. So while we're not in the same room, we can acknowledge here that we are all connected. And I'm grateful that we were able to spend this time together. So we will conclude by offering the salutation or the conclusion of Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. We're interconnected nature. And even though we may not look alike, we are very much connected. So thank you again for sharing this time. Namaste. If you enjoyed this class, thank you again so much for joining me. Please consider donating or thank you for being a member of Pele Yoga and continuing your membership through this time. And we will see you soon. Namaste.